The Eastern Corridor of northern Ghana is one of the most deprived areas in the country. As you drive through some of the areas including East Gonja, Nanumba North, Nanumba South, the Ketakrachi West District, you can't help but notice the poor living conditions of the people. And this is where one of the most deadly ethnic conflicts in Ghana, the Nanumba-Konkumba War, occurred.
We never knew anything about the conflict. You see, it was only Pandai that they have a similar division between the Gonjas there and the Nauris about a land, a building plot, just a building plot, which brought the confusion. Before we realized, our people were also going to Pandai. They just stopped the division, shot them dead, burned their cars, spoiled everything. It was something that we never had any hint about it.
The war deteriorated the poor living conditions of the people in the area and isolated them from the rest of the country. For more than a decade, Send Ghana, a non-governmental organization, and its partners, Credit Union Association of Ghana and the Canadian Cooperative Association, have been empowering food crop farmers, rural commercial women and small-scale entrepreneurs to improve their livelihood in the Eastern Corridor of Ghana.
The mandate of Send Foundation and by implication Send Ghana is to promote the equality of men and women and good governance in our operational countries. And by implication, we want to be able to contribute to improving the livelihood security of poor people wherever we work.
The Eastern Corridor is a resource-poor, conflict-ridden area, and Send's intervention is supposed to support communities to come out from these situations that they find themselves.
To support the communities in these areas meet their developmental needs, Send Ghana established an integrated community development program called the Eastern Corridor Livelihood Security Promotion Program.
The Eastern Corridor Livelihood Security Promotion Program is an integrated development program with the aim to improve on livelihood, the food security, the economic activities, peace in the areas where we work.
One clear component has to do with building organizational capacities of communities to be able to drive their own development processes.
The program, which has run over 13 years, has helped over 48 communities come out of the conflict and rebuild their lives. Through a cooperative and integrated development framework, the Eastern Corridor Livelihood Security Promotion Program is fostering social inclusion and strengthening livelihood security in the operational districts.
Send Foundation was able to bring the ethnic groups together. Because we form cooperatives and all these things, helping us in farming, teaching us in farming these soybeans and all these things.
The essence of the project is to improve sustainably the poverty situation and the conflict issues in this particular region of the northern Ghana.
The other important thing we've done there is building the farmers' cooperatives. The farmer cooperatives are important for two reasons. With the cooperatives, the farmers are organized, they become more accessible. They can market their crop.
One more buy no one more saying ya ano bako na ya jumano. Say minkwa mi ya mintu mi ya. Tisana one more dibra so sana yesu egusu ya.
Farmer cooperatives basically are a farmer-based organization, and so they are producer and marketing organizations. So they support their farmers to access agric inputs, they support their farmers to access agric extension services, and they provide marketing opportunities for their members.
Because Send has been educating us, supporting us with this production loan, it also supported me to catch up with yam seedlings. So I have a yam farm now, I have the maize, and soya has been my focus crop.
We have now got modern techniques in farming, you see, and also we have farm cooperatives. First, we know it was very hard for some of us, but because of all these things now, since the things are now better.
Not only did CEN concentrate on farmers, issues of nutrition, gender and reproductive health were all addressed in an innovative manner.
The core of the food security component has been promoting soybean production and consumption. Over the last 12 years, CEN has been able to work with more than 7,000 smallholders to produce soybean.
Mabe buaye ama ye hu soybean seduane ye. Mabe buaye ama ye tumi hwe ye nkola school. Cheche soybean ne ye ya ye nyesika. Nti soybean ne nye ba no aboaye. Kire se omo akire ye aduane ahodu a ye betumi afa soybean no aye.
Most of farm families are dependent on either fufu or yam or maize. And so we provide them with soybean utilization training, and then they try to incorporate soybeans into their dishes and fortify their dishes to improve the nutritional level of their farm families.
Brace size by the new soybeans no. It me ya aduane ahoro bituma dia tete onkwada nte boaye pa.
The Gender Model Family Initiative has been one intervention that has broken the stereotype about women leadership and decision-making in the home. It was difficult to culturally see women and men sit together to discuss family issues, but through the Gender Model Family, there is great improvement in relationships and household activities. People are beginning to accept that women also need the space to be able to develop their potential.
The gender model family is an approach to gender training that starts with a man and the wife agreeing that they want to live together as equal, agreeing that they want to bring their children up as equal. Don't bring out the boy to be a boy, don't bring out a girl to be a girl. Bring the two of them up to be able to exercise all the potential that God has given them equally. Send the two of them to school. Make the boy to go for water. Make the girl to go for wood. Make the boy to sweep the yard.
Culture and traditional factors accounted a lot in terms of how work was distributed among men and women and among boys and girls in the Eastern Corridor. It clearly showed that women were at a disadvantage.
Send by no, or by boy, and ten one so yetimi fa di nature side, dear Juma. And I'll call I Tiffy and so mukura mutimi boy. Ye Juma say, ye koyam by Juma, Bembano, or whom say Jumano, a cheer say to me, ya move fan and so gum, no more boy, let me a Jumano.
I learned more about just cooking and relationship within my family, my parents, my younger sisters and my younger brothers too. So anytime that I return back from school or work, sometimes my sister will be cooking whilst I'll be washing the cooking utensils. Sometimes they will not be there and I'll wash their things. Even at farms, we all will be holding hands together, house weeding. Now our boys, they fetch water with the girls, they sweep with the girls. The girls will also go with the boys.
Now everything has improved within my family. Handling children is not a stress on my wife. You can see I'm holding my dad. Before, I would have just given the load to the woman.
Say, our boy, and our my ye near to say, Obenba so ye juma, or babet me abuano, or basi yuma, or Obenman subet me abuano. Into our my near a bee, Phil sang, I faso. As soon as swaba.
Conflicts reduced in the house because the woman had enough money to support the husband. You know, so it reduced the level of conflict, improved on relationships. Families could now sit down to discuss issues of mutual importance.
They learn to manage their resources in a way that it addresses the basic welfare needs of all members of the family. And that is what always consoles my heart when I think about gender model family.
Issues of peace building were also addressed with the Peace Animators Initiative. Social tensions and conflicts are being negotiated and resolved by the youth-led community-based peace animators.
Sense all the need to train peace animators to go around and tell the farmers the essence of peace, so that if they are working, there will not be any fear that, oh, I'll work today, the next day somebody will come and destroy my farm for me.
Peace animator is selected based on trust from their ethnic groups. As I said, the Eastern Corridor is ethnically diverse, and so we need to get peace animators who are trusted by their community members, trusted by their ethnic group, to promote peaceful coexistence among the various ethnic groups in the Eastern Corridor.
Since Sen Foundation came in and introduced a peace animating and then gender balance and all these things, you see, if you are even in the town, you know that the town is just very happy. Everybody is free. And even when you are even going to your farm at all, you don't feel like anything. You know, you feel free to go to the farm. You feel happy to sleep. Even when you are even roaming, you don't have any fear, you see. So, to actually the fact, Sen Foundation has actually helped us.
This communal labor we are doing today would have taken us 3-4 days. But because of the peace animators, the education we had from Sen Ghana, we will complete it today. Within 2 hours time, we'll be able to finish, go and do other work.
What Sen have done, to the extent that now we interact to each other, Sen should continue to let us get the people informed about the essence of peace, what it is development to the community, and how it helps children to also move freely to go to school.
Sen Ghana adopts the partnership approach and the collaborative approach to develop, which has helped us achieve so much. We have been able to build mutual relationship with local government, traditional authorities, hospital authorities, and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
The district assemblies, the traditional authorities, all the local actors have been part of this process. We have very few staff, but most of the technical work in Agri has been done by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. The nutrition education, how to use soybean, has been done by the Ministry of Health. So having a different stakeholders playing different roles, with Sen serving as the manager and facilitator, we've been able to make this achievement.
The reintegration of multi-ethnic communities increasing trust among community members, which in turn has helped reduce conflict in the Eastern Corridor, especially with cooperatives, has become an avenue where mutual trust increased. Remarkable reduction in nutrition deficiency-related diseases in communities where we operate in, the extent of growth of credit unions, and the level of community engagements. Women and farmers are able to access loans from the credit unions.
Sen Ghana, with the technical support of the Credit Union Association, has successfully developed and innovated microfinancial services in this country. Since 2004, we've been implementing what we call credit union with microfinance orientation.
The credit union is a community-based institution that mobilizes members to make savings as well as provide loans to their members. And it's interesting to note that the farmer cooperatives are also members of the credit union.
And the aim of Sen Ghana is to motivate credit unions within the Eastern Corridor to get more members, to help the community as well, as much as poverty within the area is very high.
I was a farmer, so I started the store, but then the store was not moving well. So I went to credit union for the first time to help me with some amount. I started saving with them. So I saved up to some level. Then I applied for loan. So they also gave me the loan. Then from there, the business started moving well.
As a member, in fact, we're going for workshops. So academically, I've been built and I've got to know so many things. Then apart from that, I had a loan from the credit union, which I bought that cargo.
Tama ye adwuma no na usika ye kakra ketewa bi se, but this time omutimi na ye adwuma sika kakra na omuma ye loan na e di sha ase eye na sika no eba na ye kotua ye loan utua wie na wasa akwaji foforo eye kakra sa na sesi adi bibia ye yi amaye.
The credit unions had grown so significantly that the Eastern Corridor Livelihood Program could not continue providing them with the social intervention services that an NGO, a normal NGO, does. It was expected that to ensure that the credit unions are sustainable, then they should be able to change their orientation in such a way that they can be more professional. Senfingo is a specialized financial institution that works with the Credit Unions Association of Ghana to strengthen the credit unions to be able to provide the professional services that the members need.
Senfingo is an acronym called Sen Financial Non-Governmental Organization. So it tells you that Senfingo was carved out of Sen Ghana. Yes.
The credit unions in Senfingo have been able to team up with mobile service providers and former banks to provide mobile banking services to some of the most remotest parts of Ghana. Chamba, for example. If you go there, you can be in Chamba transacting financial services in any part of Ghana. That's what we're doing. If you look at also in the agricultural sector, we've been able to introduce mobile phones that are being used by women to find out the prices of yam and other products that they sell in the various urban market, so that when the trader goes there, they're in a better position to negotiate for better prices.
The Sen has linked us with this Isoko marketing price this thing. So on our phones, the market, there is some link and that they give us prices when the prices continue changing.
They have helped us, especially me matter. They have helped us so much that we have been able to acquire loans from the credit union, which when I now own a vehicle. From their vehicle, I have a tractor. Sen Ghana, in fact, it is one of the best NGOs that I feel they have come to help this area.
With the help of Sen, we have been able to get the non-bank people into the banking system. Yes, and they were also able to bring most people back to businesses.
In spite of all the success stories, there exist some pockets of challenges. These include high level of illiteracy, particularly women, and this has affected women leadership. Women are unable to take up leadership positions due to the high illiteracy, and this means that most decisions are made by men. Qualified staff continue to pose a great challenge to the smooth running of the credit unions. The road network is so bad that marketing farmers' produce is so difficult. Though buyers and farmers are connected, carting the goods becomes a problem. Sen Ghana has created a financial institution and farmer cooperatives to help sustain the Eastern Corridor program. The financial services of community-based credit unions, coupled with the business management training of Senfingo, is increasing the economic activities of 20,000 small-scale entrepreneurs and rural commercial women. Local entrepreneurs are expanding their enterprise and trading activities to take advantage of new business opportunities.
I will still be saving with them so that if I want to build the next one, so that they also can help me with the money so that I can do it.
If they come to continue to work, help us, we're able to educate our children more, especially the girl child.
Sen Ghana has conducted a climate change research which reveals that women generally bear more of the negative impact of climate change burden than men. Women have to travel long distances to get firewood for cooking. tree cutting is contributing to the negative impact of climate change. In view of this, SEND has assisted a number of communities to embark on the woodlot plantation to serve as firewood in order to mitigate negative impact of climate change.
The essence of establishing the woodlots is to support communities adapt to the changing climatic conditions so that they don't suffer from the single rainy season, and in the end they have nothing to live on.
We are now integrating soybean production with the development of woodlots, and women are the principal entry point.
Funds have been secured to roll out the fostering project that seeks to consolidate the gains of the Eastern Corridor and to fast-track the level of sustainability in our existing communities and 4 new communities.
SEND has been working with the Canadian Cooperative Association and largely supported by CEDA initially. Now it's DFID, Department for International Development and Foreign Trade. That's how the Canadians now call their development wing. Now, all the projects in the food security sector over the years have been supported through that arrangement. Fostering is taking that a step forward.
In addition to scaling up these achievements, the Food Security through Cooperatives in Northern Ghana Fostering Project will also initiate new innovative strategies.
It looks at access to agriculture finance, it looks at issues of gender, it looks at issues of agriculture production and how to support communities to adapt to climate change concerns. It has taken notice of the conflict situations in the Eastern Corridor, issues of credit union development and building the capacity of the institutions to be able to offer the needed services. We are going to address issues of nutrition and food security in the communities, strengthening communities' capacity to be able to hold the district assemblies accountable on their plans to provide and address issues of food and nutrition security in the communities.
Through St. Ghana's Eastern Corridor Livelihood Security Promotion Program, help has come to hundreds of poor rural households in northern Ghana in an effort to attain the Millennium Development Goals.
We have to thank them very much for what the help they are giving to us and the education they are giving us. But we hope they shouldn't stop. They should continue educating us. And then some villages that they are not able to, they can also extend their distance to other villages or other communities to help them too.
The fact that we have been able to establish institutions that are spearheading whatever SEND has brought to them to champion their own livelihoods, I think that is very significant. And to see smiles in people's faces because of your interventions is something that makes me feel great.
We have demonstrated that civil society in Ghana are and can make a big difference in the fight against poverty. The key is that we have to do so through a long-term approach, through a strategic partnership framework that allows us to work with the communities over a long period. That is what one of the key experiences that St. Ghana wishes to share with the development community, that especially in northern Ghana, we have to have a long-term vision to build institutions, to empower people to champion their own development.